Of course, I don't know, is this of course? But to me, it's an of course. Flexibility is key, and that has to be a part of any conversation that suggests strict guidelines or like rules about how families should operate. Because what is a rule in something as open and amorphous as family and home? Like, what is that? Everyone, we're glad you're here because today we are talking about toys, the toys we have that somehow keep making the cut, as well as just how we manage toys in a home that we are working really hard to keep simple. My name is Candace, and
this is Mommy.
Yeah, this is Mommy, and the two of us share our home with my husband Abdel and her brother, 6-year-old, and her 9-year-old sister. If you haven't yet, subscribe so that we know you're out there and we can stay in touch a little bit better. In the meantime, I said we were gonna talk about toys. We're gonna do that. We keep all of our toys in the basement. So let's go downstairs and check those out. All right, we use the IKEA Trofast system. I don't know if that's how you say Trofast, but that's how I'm saying it, and so I hope that's correct. Anyway, this is the system, the storage system that we use. We have tried a lot of different storage things over the years, and this one is definitely my favorite. This one, though, we've had for a couple of years, and I do really like it. I've really enjoyed using this. It works really well because there's a dedicated space for each type of toy. It's easy for the kids to get out and get in, and that is all important as we are trying to manage toys in our home. Okay, so speaking of toys, it has occurred to me at some point that a toy collection is in fact just a collection. It functions very similarly to any other collection that you might have in your home. And so for me, one of my most important guidelines, I won't say rules, but just something I try to keep in my own mind when I think about introducing a collection into our home is that it has to have a dedicated space to exist. Of course, you can play with toys anywhere, or at least that's something that we believe in our home. You can play with toys anywhere, but they have to be stored in a specific spot. And so that's one reason that I really like this. It doesn't have to be the IKEA system. It could be any kind of storage solution thing. But there has to be clarity on where the toys should be when they're not being played with. In my experience, that clarity is really helpful. Number one, it creates physical boundaries. So we all know how many toys we can actually manage in our home. And second, that clarity also makes it just real easy for little kids to maneuver in and out of the system. And even they can get toys out and put toys away because they just know where it's supposed to go. Of course, sometimes the kids get toys that don't fit in this system. The bins are only a specific size, right? And there are lots of toys that are not this particular size. If you've been here before, then you've probably heard me say something like this, but family minimalism to me is supposed to strengthen relationships between the members of the family. It should not cause stress or strain on the relationship. It should work to bring people together. And so if my kids find something that they really love and they enjoy using, then my ideas about what family minimalism is should leave room for that. I'm trying to tell myself, okay, that the toys are very temporary. The relationships I have with my kids are hopefully forever. And so I don't want my little toy storage system to put a strain on my relationship where they start feeling like the things they love don't matter or there's never any room for the things they care about. I don't want that. So the flexibility in the way that we store toys, to me, it seems like it's a part of that. So openness, wiggle room, I love all that. We need all that. But for the most part, yes, this storage system is where the majority of our toys go. Another way that we manage a toy collection in a home that we are working really hard to keep simple is through family check-ins. In other videos, I've referred to this as reflection or some kind of regular conversation, but the idea is still the same. Even if it's acknowledging, I guess, it's acknowledging that the collection exists in a home that we share. And so even if the collection is not mine, it impacts the way I use the home. And so it's important that we all check in with each other and get a chance to say, yes, this collection is fine, it's still working for all of us, or no, we need to tweak some things because we just need to do that. And so that's something that we do kind of regularly. As you can imagine, the best time to have these check-ins is before birthdays and before holidays. You might have noticed that some of the bins in our toy system are empty now, and that's because we just very recently did one of these check-ins, and I was kind of surprised by how willing my kids were to let some of these toys go. But I think one thing that helped is that we have been talking about turning our basement into like a roller skating. It's not going to be a rink. It's just going to be a space for roller skating. And we have talked about how more toys that are down there, the more possibility for clutter there is. And then you have to clean up all your toys before we can roller skate. And so I think by sharing a vision for like something that's kind of fun and exciting, by sharing a vision for this, the kids were invested. The kids are invested in making that happen, and we're willing to let go of some stuff that would stand between them and this vision for something really fun. But also, we do have a birthday coming up. We have some kids who are really itching to spend their Christmas money. And so my guess is that in the coming weeks, these bins will be full again, and I'm okay with that because that's life. And that's the point of this system, is to house the toys that my kids are interested in. So that's what's gonna happen. So that's how we manage toys in our home. My intention here is that this is just kind of informational, and it just gives you a glimpse into how another family who's on a similar journey to yours is managing the idea of a toy collection. If you are working on, decluttering or reorganizing toys this week, I wish you great luck with that. I know sometimes I can be like really daunting and frustrating task, but it can also be really transformational and exciting. So that's what I hope for you. I wish you great luck. And in the meantime, let's plan to meet here again soon in our simplified home, where we can continue to talk about family minimalism and simplifying and all that cool stuff.
Bye.
Bye.